And welcome to Benue Television News at 7. I am Jude Alaki. The headlines. Governor Hyacinth earlier approves appointment of Executive Secretary of Benue Investment Promotion Agency. President Bola Tinubu swears in acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. And on the international scene, Cotopo holds Nicolas Maduro's election as President of Venezuela. Governor Hyacinth earlier has approved the appointment of John Paul Benka as the Executive Secretary of Benue Investment Promotion Agency, BENIPA. Benka, a Fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants and a Certified Project Management Professional, holds a Master in Business Administration, MBA, with over 17 years of experience. According to the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Teso Kula, the new appointee is renowned for driving innovation across diverse sectors such as education, health, financial technology, and small businesses development. Before his present appointment, he had worked in the same capacity as technical advisor to the managing director of Benue Investment and Property Company, where he chaired the Central Planning Committee and oversaw the successful hosting of the Made in Benue Local Investors Forum in December 2023. Governor Hyacinth earlier charges the appointee to bring his wealth of knowledge to bear on his new assignment, follow the blueprint of his administration, and put the interests of the state first in all his official dealings. About 6,500 students of Benue State University matriculated Friday for the new academic year. The matriculation ceremony took place at the Convocation Square of the university in Makudi amidst celebrations with family and well-wishers. Manasseh Anangochea has details of the report.
It is the 31st matriculation ceremony of this great institution since it was established in 1992. The Edict No. 1 of 1991 authorized the establishment under the then Governor Reverend Father Moses Adaso. An institution that started with less than 500 students is presently boasting a fresh intake population of more than 6,000. From session to session, BSU carries out its responsibility of giving genuine students their right to education and academic identity. Addressing the new undergraduates, Vice Chancellor of Benue State University, Professor Joe Irapu, urges the matriculating students to embrace integrity, hard work, and commitment to excellence as values that are dear to the university. Professor Irapu noted that knowledge is not about passing exams but acquiring skills, wisdom, and experience to make meaningful contribution to society.
By choosing to come to BSU, they know that they were making the right choice. So that's point number one. Number two, BSU is the university that every student in the state and around North Central wants to be. And before the matriculation today, they have gone through a process of orientation. And during this orientation, they were spoken to about many things: exam misconduct, student union activism, attendance to lectures. We even brought people from EFCC to speak to them, ICPC to speak to them, and different people that spoke to them about their conduct both within and outside the university. So holistically, we're not just preparing them for the university, we're preparing them, like I said, to be global social workers.
Parents are not left out in event as Mr. Paul Tiongbea and Mrs. Nancy Azembe encourage those who matriculated to be focused and diligent in their studies in order to become profitable in future.
My daughter has been admitted into College of Sciences, Social Sciences, precisely. She has been matriculated today. I'm very happy and excited. In fact, I want to first of all thank the university community for the offer they have given to her. And I expected that as she has come in, she will do her best to excel when she graduates.
It's a thing of joy for her being in the university, looking at me at my age, my daughter is being in the university. Is it not a grateful thing? Yes, I'm so happy, and I'm expecting that she should give me that joy. For her being in the university, it's not all about dressing, but I want her to make a good grade as she's here.
Matriculating student Mr. Emmanuel Kenyi and Miss Ngodo Akase, who felt elated and grateful to God Almighty, promised to put in their best and encourage their mates to do same.
In fact, today I feel like I'm even graduating. Like the way I'm feeling today, I just feel like I'm graduating. Like all the stress I've gotten through till now, like I'm very happy for this day. This is like the best day. I want to graduate as one of the best graduating students here. I expect to do that.
Some opportunities in life come just once, and sometimes when we ruin or not use those opportunities effectively, sometimes the effect of misuse may be so bad that we may not have the opportunity of getting another chance to correct our wrongs. So let us always see opportunities in life as the last opportunities or the best opportunities that we could ever get.
The 2023-2024 academic session matriculated a total of 6,502 students and first set of Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Faculty of Technology and Industrial Studies. Manasseh Anongachia, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Thank you, Manasseh. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in Justice Kudirat Kekereekun as the 23rd Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN. Justice Kekereekun will operate in acting capacity until her confirmation by the Senate. She is assuming the position of CJN following the retirement of Justice Olukayode Ariwola and her nomination and presentation to President Tinubu by the National Judicial Council (NJC) on August 15. Justice Kekereekun is the second Nigerian female jurist to serve as the Chief Justice of Nigeria after Justice Aloma Mokhtar, who was the Chief Justice of Nigeria between July 2012 and November 2014. Among those who witnessed the event were other justices of the Supreme Court, the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, the leadership of the House of Representatives, represented by Professor Julius Ihombere, the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and immediate past Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola. Also present were the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, George Akume, National Security Advisor, NSA, Nuhu Ribadu, Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, and Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris. The new CJN began her career in the judiciary as a senior magistrate 2 in the Lagos State Judiciary before being promoted to the status of State High Court Judge. She also served as the chairman of the Robbery and Firearms Tribunal, Zone 2, Ikeja, from November 1996 to May 1999. Kekereekun was appointed to the Court of Appeal in 2004 in recognition of her contribution to the development of the judiciary. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has urged the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, to defend the judiciary's independence and remain loyal to the Nigerian Constitution. The President also encouraged the CJN to exercise restraint in discharging her duties. He vowed to give prompt and adequate attention to the institution to realize its full potential. Tinubu gave the charge when he swore in Justice Kekereekun as the 23rd Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria at the Council Chamber of the State House, Abuja. The President, who returned to the country from France in the early hours of Friday, said that the judiciary will receive all the support it needs to advance Nigeria's democracy. He urged Kekereekun to exercise the highest level of integrity in discharging her duties as the buck stops on her table. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more stories. To stay.
Here is a special invitation. The Central Planning Committee and the good people of Benue State specially invite you to the 34th priestly ordination anniversary of His Excellency, Very Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Umemalia.
Distinguished guest of honor, His Excellency Senator Dr. George Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation.
Father of the Day, Chief Senator Barnabas Gamade.
Mother of the Day, Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Mato.
Royal Fathers of the Day are His Royal Majesty Ochiviri Professor James Ayate, Totiv, and His Royal Majesty John Eligo Dobo, the Ochidoma.
Date 31st August 2024. Time 10 a.m. for Mass. Venue IBB Square, Makudi, Benue State, Nigeria.
Announcers Reverend Father Tagesa Akpae, Chairman CPC, and Reverend Father Michael Melado, Chairman Media and Publicity.
Ambition.
My G, for our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses,
giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audio Mac, and Boomplay
in one fly package.
Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow Unlimited.
Welcome. The Supreme Court on Friday upheld the re-election of Doyediri as Governor of Bayelsa State. The Apex Court in a judgment dismissed the appeal brought before it by the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC, Timipre Silva, and his party. The lead judgment delivered by Justice Garba Lawal held that the appeal by Silva and APC was not only lacking merit but a gross abuse of court process. The unanimous decision of the Apex Court upheld the earlier decision of the Court of Appeal and the Election Petition Tribunal. Benue Television reports that the Court of Appeal in Abuja had on July 18 reaffirmed the re-election victory of Governor Diri in the November 11, 2023 governorship poll. The three-member panel of justices led by Justice James Abundaga in a unanimous judgment held that the tribunal was not in error when it struck out several paragraphs of the petition's reply against the governor's election. In a unanimous decision, the tribunal held that the petitioners failed to adduce credible evidence to substantiate their allegations against the outcome of the state's governorship poll. It struck out all the additional proof of evidence and statements on oath of some of the witnesses who testified for the petitioners. According to the tribunal, the law expressly provided that an election petition must be filed no later than 21 days after the election results was declared. The federal government has allayed fears of citizens over completion of ongoing road projects across the country. It said no new projects would be proposed for the next fiscal year as it would focus on completing ongoing projects. Minister of Works Dave Umahi announced this while speaking to newsmen in Abuja about his ministry's scorecard in the past 1 year. Umahi said the government remained resolute to complete its 4 legacy roads that are vital to enhancing the socio-economic well-being of Nigerians and improving the country's infrastructure landscape. He said the government had decided to focus resources on completing key initiatives that would fast-track the nation's development. The minister restated the commitment of President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope administration at completing the road projects it inherited from previous administrations. He said, though the government would pay more attention to completing ongoing roads, it would not abandon strategic new ones to ensure smooth movement across the country. Umahi explained that his ministry adopted new policies to ensure a paradigm shift aimed at delivering a quality and enduring road network. He stressed that despite the progress the government had recorded, there were still some hurdles to scale to enable the government to achieve the goals of its renewed hope road infrastructure revolution. The Controller General of Nigeria Immigration Service (NIS), Kemi Nanda, has ordered the dismantling of unauthorized checkpoints in border areas in the country. Nanda said the service would depend more on the deployment of e-solutions and routine patrols to curtail illegal movements in and out of the country. The CG gave the instructions at the headquarters of the service in Abuja during a meeting with controllers of border commands and commanders. She emphasized the importance of efficient border security and migration management, which are key mandates of the service, urging personnel to fully dedicate themselves to their duties, particularly in securing the borders. Nandap said realities in the country require extra layers of security at the borders to prevent infiltration by criminal elements that could fuel crises in the country. She said henceforth controllers would employ supervisory strategies, ensure timely reports of major movements, and professionally handle sensitive intelligence requiring urgent attention with recommendations of enhanced border monitoring. Nandap, in a statement by the Service Public Relations Officer Kenneth Udo, further directed the immediate submission of both manpower and logistics audit, tasking commanders on the need for a robust interagency collaboration for effective intelligence sharing. We'll take another break. When we come back, international news is next.
Here is a special invitation. The Central Planning Committee and the good people of Benue State specially invite you to the 34th priestly ordination anniversary of His Excellency, Very Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Umemalia.
Distinguished guest of honor, His Excellency Senator Dr. George Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation.
Father of the Day, Chief Senator Barnabas Gamade.
Mother of the Day, Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Mato.
Royal Fathers of the Day are His Royal Majesty Ochiviri Professor James Ayate, Totiv, and His Royal Majesty John Eligo Dogo, the Ochidoma.
Date 31st August 2024. Time 10 a.m. for Mass. Venue IBB Square, Makudi, Benue State, Nigeria.
Announcers Reverend Father Tagesa Akpae, Chairman CPC, and Reverend Father Michael Melado, Chairman Media.
Ambition.
My G, for our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
We have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses
giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audio Mac, and Boomplay
in one fly package.
Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow Unlimited.
Good to have you back. You're still watching Benue Television News at 7. And now 4 stories on the international scene. Venezuela's highest court has upheld the re-election of Nicolas Maduro as president following accusations of widespread voter fraud in July's poll. The decision by the Supreme Tribunal of Justice (TSJ) comes as the United Nations warned that the court lacked independence and impartiality. The TSJ said it had reviewed materials from the country's election authority, which said Maduro had won just over half of the vote and agreed he had been victorious. Announcing the court ruling, TSJ head Carislia Rodriguez said the electoral material assessed is certified unobjectionably, and the results of the presidential election of July 28 released by the National Electoral Council (CNE), where Nicolas Maduro was elected president of the republic, are validated. A chairperson of the fact-finding mission organized by the United Nations Human Rights Council, Marta Valizna, said the government had exerted undue influence over TSG decisions through the use of direct messages to judges and public statements. Maduro has led the country since 2013, and his re-election means he can serve another 6-year term. The United Nations Committee responsible for combating racism has slammed the United Kingdom over continuing hate speech and xenophobic incidents following riots fueled by hate and misinformation that gripped the country this summer. The UN Committee on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination (CERD) said on Friday that it was concerned by the presence of racist speech on various platforms, particularly where perpetrated by politicians and public figures. The committee also issued its findings on Belarus, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, and Venezuela. After reviewing them in its latest session, a CERD said in a statement that it was particularly concerned about recurring racist acts and violence against ethnic and ethno-religious minorities, migrants, refugees, and asylum seekers by extremist far-right and white supremacist individuals and groups, including the violence that took place in July and August. Riots and unrest fueled by xenophobia and misinformation surrounding the tragic killing of 3 girls in a stabbing incident swept across the country in more than a week of violence that saw about 600 people arrested. A protest by far-right groups escalated into clashes with police in multiple towns, which saw hotels housing asylum seekers torched and mosques and businesses run by ethnic and religious minorities attacked. Police have warned that arrests related to the riots will likely continue for months. France President Emmanuel Macron on Friday met left-wing leaders at the start of 2 days of talks aimed at deciding who will form the country's next government. I recall that snap elections in early July left French politics in deadlock, with no party able to form a clear majority in National Assembly. A caretaker government led France during the Paris Olympics to the anger of a left-wing alliance that topped the poll. Their 4-party New Popular Front wants a little-known senior civil servant, Lucie Castex, to be named Prime Minister. However, the 37-year-old economist is unelected and seen as unlikely presidential pick for Prime Minister. On the France political system, the president appoints a prime minister who can command a majority in a national assembly. In recent years, that prime minister has come from the same party as the president because they are elected within a few weeks of each other. But after Macron stunned France in June by calling a snap 2-round parliamentarian vote, his centrist Ensemble alliance came runner-up behind the leftist NFP. But that's our package. The top stories just before we go. The Governor Hyacinth Alia has approved the appointment of Executive Secretary of Benue Investment Promotion Agency. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. Then on the international scene, we told you that court has upheld Nicolas Maduro's election as President of Venezuela. Many thanks for your attention. On behalf of the production team, my name is Jude Alaki. Have a good evening.